Hey y'all, it's Megan. Welcome back to the channel. Glad y'all are here today. Come spend some time with me in the kitchen today. Y'all, I have got so much going on. 'Tis one of our busiest times of year, believe it or not. Garden season is busy, but there are some ways that I feel like the season we're coming into right now is even busier than that. So, by the time you see this, Thanksgiving will be done, said and done, and but I have a Thanksgiving gathering today. It's actually the day after Thanksgiving, but I have a Thanksgiving gathering today. I'm going to show y'all what I'm making to take there. It is a nice 26 degrees out here. I've already been out on my morning walk, trying to get pumped for the busy day. I've got 2 big sweet potatoes in the oven baking because I'm going to be making a sweet potato pie and a sweet potato casserole. Yeah, fun stuff. Alright, so I just got my sweet potatoes out the oven. I just baked them on 400 degrees for about an hour till they were very tender when I stuck a fork in them. I'm going to let those cool so I can handle them. And I'm going to throw together some yeast rolls. Some very simple yeast rolls. I'm going to actually do it a little different than I normally do. I'm going to try something. I'll show y'all that in a little bit. I'm going to start off with about a cup of warm milk. And now these are not like the quick rolls like I showed y'all. Oh, I made that video probably a couple years ago, something like that. These aren't quite those, but they are delicious all the same. So I need about 2 1/4 teaspoons of active dry yeast and 1/4 cup of sugar. And I'm just going to mix that in just a little bit. And we're going to let that sit. It'll take it probably about 5 minutes to get nice and bubbly and foamy. Set that to the side. The next thing we're going to do is I'm going to throw together a really quick no-bake dessert. And I've made this on video before. It's been another thing. It's been a while. So this is what we call a dirt cake. I don't know if there's other names for it. I don't know. But it is delicious. It's easy. It's definitely a kid favorite. So I have been tasked with making the dirt cake. So what you're going to start off with for dirt cake is a packet of instant vanilla pudding. Now I could make the vanilla pudding, y'all. I know. But every once in a while, you gotta cheat a little bit. It'll be all right. And we're just gonna follow the directions on the box for this. Can't ever remember how much milk to put in these. Are you gonna tell me? 2 cups cold milk. Alright, and we're going to add 1 more pudding. So we're going to need 2. I usually buy the family size. So I was looking at it, oh wait, that's not enough. Alright, 4 cups of milk. No, that's better. Alright, I'm going to let that sit over here and set up. Here's the thing with this. I could easily use my food processor to chop these up. I hate washing that food processor. So, we are going to do it this way. We're going to crush them with a coffee cup, and that's how it's going to be. So you do about half of them for the bottom and half of them for the top. Some people mix it all together, but Jacob and Maggie and Andy, they all like it layered. So at those Oreos are covering the bottom. Now you can make this super complicated. I've seen recipes that add powdered sugar and all the things. I don't do all that. I just do it this way. So I'm gonna take my vanilla pudding, pour that on top of our Oreos. I'm gonna take some softened cream cheese. Now I like to whip up my softened cream cheese a little bit at this stage. Now, a container of Cool Whip. I'll take this whole container right in there. And then I'm going to slowly just fold that and the cream cheese together. That's going to go right on top of our pudding we put in there just a minute ago. We're going to try to evenly distribute. I'm telling y'all, it can't get any easier than this dirt cake, and it will be a hit. It will be a hit. I've never met a person that does not like dirt cake. Now, I'm sure there is somebody out there that don't like it, but I have yet to meet them. So, if you're wondering what in the world you can take to impress folks at your work, family members, what can I take that's just going to be like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad, please bring that again? Dirt cake. And we're almost done, y'all. Y'all seen how quick I done this here. I'm going to crush the remaining Oreos. Now you can leave some whole if you want to make it look fancy on top. I've done that before too. I have to buy the family pack of Oreos now. I used to take a regular pack, but you know, stuff has gotten smaller. I swear it has. I don't know. They say it ain't, but it has. Now I have to buy the family size Oreos to make my dirt cake. Because I've been making this like since I was a teenager. This is something I've been making for a long time. Some people do little cute ideas and they'll put it like in a sand bucket, like a new sand bucket or something, and put gummy worms in it. Now, I don't crush these up quite as fine as I do the bottom part, but that's all preference. And there it is. Meagan's fabulous dirt cake. So I'm going to cover that, set it in the fridge till we're ready to go. That's ready, y'all. 5 minutes or less. I mean, it may have took a hair longer than 5 minutes. I'm really not sure. But you get the gist. So, you can see how bubbly our mixture is. That's perfect. So, I'm going to take that and pour it into a bigger mixing bowl. To our yeast mixture, I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of melted butter. Just still a little bit in there, but that's fine. 1 egg. A teaspoon of salt. Perfect. And I'm just going to kind of get this all gently mixed in together. Now, if you're making these, you're going to want to give yourself a couple of hours. So, just keep that in mind, too. There we go. That looks good. We're going to start off with 3½ cups of all-purpose flour. I'm just going to start getting that mixed in. We're not looking for a super stiff dough. And we're going to knead this for 5 minutes. Alright, so you want to knead it until your dough's pretty smooth. I'm pretty happy with this. And we're just going to put that back in the bowl. I'm going to cover it in some plastic wrap. Just cover the top. And we're going to let that rise about an hour. And then we'll come back to that. So for the sweet potato casserole, we need about 2 cups of cooked, mashed sweet potatoes. And so just through trial and error and experience, I have found that I like, you can boil sweet potatoes and get them soft to mash, you know, to put in stuff like this. But it really preserves that sweetness that everybody loves about sweet potatoes a whole lot better if you bake them. So if you got time to bake them, that's the way I would recommend doing it. Alright, I'm going to add 1/2 cup of white sugar, 2 eggs. Alright, I'm going to get all that, especially these eggs, I'm going to get them beaten real quick. There was a shell. Oops. Now to that, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of melted lard and 2 tablespoons of melted butter. Half a cup of milk. Vanilla. I'm going to throw in some cinnamon, which is totally optional. I'm going to pour this into a casserole dish. For the topping, we're going to start off with 1/2 cup of brown sugar, 1/3 cup of flour. I'm going to mix that together. All right, now I'm gonna pour in about 3 tablespoons of melted butter. Now I'm gonna take this topping mixture. I'm gonna kind of go all the way across. And if you feel like you need more, well, just make you some more. Because it'll all kind of melt and run in together anyway. So, this is just the way I do it. This is the easiest way I have found to do it. Then I'm going to take some pecans. You can chop them. These are already halfway chopped. So then we're going to do that all the way across there. Now, Andy is team marshmallow on top, and I am team pecans. I prefer just the pecans and brown sugar. Andy likes the marshmallows too. So the way I usually do it is I do half and half. Half with marshmallows and half not. Now, since I put my pecans on there, I'm going to go back over the top with some more brown sugar. Just to kind of candy those pecans a little bit while it's cooking. Wonderful. Perfect. And yes, I know I can make my own marshmallows too. You pick your battles sometimes on these busy times of year. So this is going to go in the oven for about 30 minutes and it'll be done.
Well, I just got back from Black Friday shopping. That might surprise some of y'all, but I'm going to tell you, I actually enjoy Black Friday shopping. And luckily, which I don't do the type of Black Friday shopping most people do. I'm not going out here to Walmart or to the big department stores or nothing like that. I ain't fooling with that mess. But two places I always hit up on Black Friday is Lowe's and Tractor Supply. And I keep my eye out when Black Friday deals start coming around at what they got on sale. And if it's something we've been needing, or Christmas presents. I actually took care of a bunch of Christmas presents this morning, but I've already unloaded those. So just in case anybody that's receiving those Christmas presents ain't watching, I mean, if they're watching, they don't see them. But anyways, one thing I did pick up while I was gone that we really need is another freezer. And this is a tiny little freezer. I mean, it's cute. Little bitty thing. Also picked up some hydraulic oil from Tractor Supply. They had a pretty good sale on the hydraulic oil. But you know, I use Black Friday to stock up on things that we use and that we need. You know, you can kind of put a idea to what each store is going to put on Black Friday deal because they kind of do the same thing every year. So I know if we need something that's possibly going to be on that list, to kind of hold off and wait till when Black Friday comes. And actually did not expect this particular freezer to be on sale. That little dude was only 99 bucks. And typically a small freezer like that would not do us a bit of good because it's too little to put much meat at all in. But I'm not putting meat in it. I bought a freezer especially for seeds. As y'all know, with us planting the corn and stuff that we plant, the amount of corn that I have to save seed from takes up an extremely ridiculous amount of room in our meat freezers. And I was kind of like, you know, if they put a freezer on sale for Black Friday, one of those little small ones, I think that would be perfect just to store seeds in. And I kind of figured when I got down there, I was actually going for a different freezer. But when I got there, they had this one. It's one of the doorbuster deals on sale for 99 bucks. And I was like, well, you know, for 99 bucks, I can't beat that. So I picked that one up instead. Only thing that'll be in this freezer at least the only thing we plan to put in this freezer is seeds. So I got to make a little bit of room in the building, get it unloaded, and I'll show you what I'm planning to do with it. Like I said, I stocked up on a ton of Christmas presents this morning. Matter of fact, we got most of the Christmas shopping done now. But it's going in this building here, which needs some extreme organization. Yes, I know. But I'm going to put it back here in this little corner. I think it'll be the perfect spot, because our main freezers are these two right here. We have an older chest freezer, and then we have a big chest freezer. Another newer chest freezer there, and of course a spare refrigerator. Then we also have a smaller chest freezer in the house. That works good because you can keep most of your meats out here in these big freezers, and then when you start running low in the house, or things that you use on a normal basis stay in that freezer in the house, and then we store all the meat out here. And then if you know you're going to be eating something in the next week or so, you can kind of come out here, stock up, take it inside and put it in that freezer, and so everything's right there convenient. Anyways, I need to make me some more room back there, and then we'll get it unloaded, plug it up, and make sure everything works.
So now it's time to make the sweet potato pie. Now, this is not something that was on the list for me to bring for Thanksgiving, but my mama loves sweet potato pie, so I'm going to surprise her with one. And I'll be done giving it to her by the time you see this video. So I thought while this morning I was already baking a sweet potato for the casserole, I might as well throw another one on there and make her very own sweet potato pie. I need a half a cup of melted butter and around 2 cups of mashed sweet potatoes. We're going to mash these up just like we did for our casserole. I had somebody asking about these mixing bowls y'all see me use. I'll be honest with y'all, I got them for Christmas one year. I don't know where they come from. I've had them for several years now, though. I love getting stuff like this right here for Christmas because I know I will put it to use. Now I'm going to throw in a cup of sugar, about a half a cup of brown sugar, a half a cup of either evaporated milk or half and half. Now where I use raw milk, it's already kind of like half and half, so I just do my milk like that. I don't shake it up before I do that. Now I need 2 eggs. And I'm going to go ahead and get all this mixed in. Me and Andy have got to where we just love sweet potato pie, y'all. Just love it. And which I believe, like, we've only been eating sweet potatoes, I don't know, last 3 or 4 years. Don't know why. Just not something I ever really eat. And they're wonderful. I'm like, where have you been my whole life? I'm going to throw in some cinnamon, a little bit of ginger, a little bit of nutmeg. Now nutmeg's pretty strong, so take it kind of easy on that. A little vanilla. It complements that cinnamon and nutmeg so well. And I am not above frozen pie crust, y'all. If you've seen my ugly pie video from a while back, I can make pie crust. I just ain't the best at it. And for days such as this, like you heard me say just a while ago, sometimes you gotta choose your battles. And well, frozen pie crust is for the win. Marie Callender does pretty good. I usually have a little left. Now with my leftover pie filling, a lot of times I'll make like a quick bread, like a zucchini bread kind of sort of thing, except with sweet potatoes, and it's very good. That's probably going to go in the fridge until I have time to do that, though. That's not going to be today. But guess what? Casserole looks like it's done. Oh man, that looks good. Alright, casserole out and the pie's going in. Now this pie's going to have to cook for about 50 minutes on 350. And my crust usually holds up pretty well to that. Now, don't that look good?
So a lot of this stuff that's back here in this corner, I guess I'm just going to have to move and find somewhere temporary to put it. This table I'm going to be using pretty soon here. I actually put this thing up in our little sunroom when tax season gets here, and I can sit out there, you know, in the sun. Even if the weather's bad, I can still sit out there and it almost feels like you're outside, and I sit there and work on tax stuff. So that's going to be coming up real soon, so I don't need to put it up. Typically keep this table up there in the loft, but I don't need to be putting it up there for now. My seats that go in the back of the Tahoe, I need to find somewhere to stick those. This is a dog cage. Guess we can just set it over to the side. I'll tell you, we are very, very, very lucky to live in an area that's, while it is somewhat populated, the little town that we typically go to for Lowe's and Tractor Supply and all that kind of stuff is not populated at all. So, in turn, going down there, you don't really have to fight a big crowd on Black Friday. I mean, it's nice. I honestly, if I had to go and fight a crowd on Black Friday, I would not go. It wouldn't be worth it to me because I can't stand crowds. It's kind of funny, this morning I got down there to Tractor Supply. I went there first, and me and just a couple other cars, we were the only ones there. That was so nice. Lowe's was a little more packed, but still really wasn't nothing to complain about at all. I can't complain with those people over there at Lowe's. They were so helpful this morning. It was just unbelievable at the customer service I got there this morning. The people at Tractor Supply are very helpful too. I love our local Tractor Supply. They are great to deal with too. Y'all like my scoop pan? A feed scoop? Man, this thing don't weigh nothing. I think I'm gonna go ahead and open it up before I put it in the building. I'm gonna tell y'all what, man, it has gotten cold. I mean, it's time for it to be cold, but it sure did come on quick. We already have one of these. This is a hot point, and we already have one that's been a good freezer so far, so hopefully this one will be the same. Why you gotta be complicated? I need an extra set of hands. There we go. I believe this is a freezer that can also be a refrigerator if you need it to be. So that's pretty cool too. All right. Who'd have ever thought somebody'd be buying a freezer just to put seed in? Ain't that crazy? Uh-oh.
Well, and all that right on time for our rolls. They've been rising about an hour. Ooh, it smells good. See that there? I've got my pan greased here. Now, this is the part that's different for me, what I'm going to try. We're going to see how it works out. So, I am going to roll this out. We are going to cut these and make our rolls. I ain't never ever done it like this. So, we're going to just see how this turns out. I wanted to try it. So, I'm experimenting on my family. So, I'm going to go... I'll tell you, it smells really good.
So I'll show you all the inside of the tiny little freezer. My bulk seeds can go down in there, and then little seed packets will fit perfect in that shelf. So y'all tell me what you think. Crazy buying a freezer for just seed? I mean, have any of y'all done that? I never thought I'd be at the point where I need a freezer strictly for seed, but here we are, and I'm at that point. This is Hickory King seed that I've had since the beginning. And right there's some sorghum seed. There's popcorn seed. I wonder what that's from. I don't remember having yellow popcorn we saved seed from. There's no telling how long that's been in there. Right there's some Indian corn. Didn't realize I had any of that left either. Alright, I think that's all the seed that's in this freezer now. I really don't know where that came from. I'll have to ask Megan and see if she knows about that.
Alright, so there they are. I'm going to let them rise for about another 45 minutes. And then we'll cook them and see how they turn out. Boy, they smell good already though. They ain't even cooked.
Megan is going to be so happy that that's out of this freezer. This is some of the leftovers I had from the Boone County white corn. There we go. Oh, I still got plenty of room. So I won't do it today, but I still need to shell some more of the Boone County white corn. I've got 25 pounds of it there. And to plant what I plan on planting next year, I'm probably going to need at least double that. So I probably need 50 pounds total. So I need to shell me about 25 more pounds to save to replant. Then I still need to shell the seed from my landrace corn too. So that'll go in there. And not only that, I guess the rest of our seeds, the garden seeds and stuff like that, they've been in our house in like an airtight container for years. That's where we've always stored those. I think I'll be putting those in there too, and that'll get all that stuff out of my closet. And all the popcorn we saved can go in there. So by the time I get done, that thing's going to be full, and I may end up wishing I'd have got a bigger one. Who knows? But I think it'll work just fine for what our intended use is. Now I need to get rid of this. I believe this piece of cardboard I'm going to save. That's some nice cardboard. That'll make good to put down in my raised beds when I get to that point of putting them to sleep. Haven't done that yet. I'm gonna go grab me a trash bag and put that in. But y'all tell me, y'all go Black Friday shopping? And if you do you fight the crowd? And if you go fight the crowd and stand in line for hours, more power to you. I can't do that. Like I said, I just wouldn't go if that's the kind of Black Friday shopping I had to do. But going like we go, or like I go, as long as you get up early in the morning and are down there. I was down there this morning about 6:30, and I didn't have a crowd at all I had to fight. Of course, I understand that Lowe's and Tractor Supply are probably not the most sought after places to go on Black Friday, but those are my kind of places to go on Black Friday. Those places have the things that I need. I could care less about Walmart or I don't even know what all other stores there is. Target and all of those stores that they usually have in the malls and whatever. I could care less about that. But my deal is going to the stores like that where I can buy things that we use on a daily basis. So I do enjoy it. I enjoy saving money, and it's not like I'm buying things because they're on sale. I'm buying things that we need when they're on sale. So, you know, it's just all on how you look at it. I told y'all a lie. I said I didn't buy things because they were on sale. I actually did. There was a couple packs of screwdrivers and a couple of sets of tools at Tractor Supply that were on sale that I didn't need, that I bought. So I thought I'd throw that out there. I do on occasion buy things that I don't need just because they are on sale. I know I ain't the only one that buys stuff because it's on sale. Am I? Surely not. The good thing is, though, all the stuff that I bought that was on sale today is something that at some point in time I will use. Most likely, anyways.
All right. That looks fabulous. Pie's coming out and the rolls are going in. So we'll cook our rolls about 15 minutes on 350. Hopefully that'll be long enough. We'll see. And this part of the cooking is going to be done. So I'm going to show you one way real quick to test and make sure your pie is done if you're making a sweet potato or a pumpkin pie. Now this is going to set up more the cooler it gets. But if you can take it and you're pretty close to your crust there, about an inch away from your crust, and it comes out like that, then it's going to set up. You'll be all right. That's pretty clean. So I trust, and it's not falling in on each other, those spots. So I trust that that'll set up just fine. So they stay kind of small, but I think they're okay. They look good to me. So now I'm going to go ahead and paint them all with some melted butter. then we'll taste test one real quick while they're hot and see if they're edible. Alright, so they're still pretty hot. Here's one of the little mini ones. Oh man. They look good on the inside though. Andy, they ain't no count. Better not take them.
Let me try.
That one you can get.
I'm gonna get this one.
They're hot.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we better not take those. I don't think your mama and them will like them, so let's leave them here.
Them are the best ones ever made.
Those are delicious. And I'm not a bread fan, but that's good.
It is good. They're so soft.
Wow. That almost puts you in the mind. You know, they ain't quite as soft, but the flavor is like those you used to get at Golden Corral.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, years ago, I don't think Golden Corral's rolls taste like
No,
now like they used to.
they don't.
But man, those are good.
Thank you. That means a lot coming from you. I'm just picking. I'm just picking. All right, well, I got to find something to put them in, and we're going to have to get on the road.
Yeah, I know.
I got done in just the nick of time.
Yep.
Well, y'all, I guess that's going to about wrap up today's video. I've got even more to do when we get home. I think me and Maggie may go see if we can see us a deer, though, this evening.
I tell you, it's a busy time of year.
It is. That's what I told them at the beginning. I said, gardening season is busy, but this, what's fixing to come up?
This ain't got nothing on. I mean, garden season ain't got nothing on this.
Really,
I don't know why either.
you really don't.
But I don't think
You really
it does.
don't. But it's all, I mean, I enjoy this time of year, though, and it don't last long.
No.
So it'll be over before we know it. But anyways, guys, hope y'all enjoyed today's video. Hope you might have learned a little something. Until we see y'all on the next one.
Y'all have a good one.
Have a good one.